Well, happy Monday, May 26th, I think it is, 2025. I just wanted to come on real quick before I head out to work and just let you know all the things that I have experienced from Carnivore. And the list is quite extensive, but I'm just going to go off the top of my head here and try and think of some stuff. Now, the reason I started it is because I had massive skin issues all over my entire body. And once I figure out how to put the pictures on my channel, then you'll see how bad it was and the difference it is now. Like, my skin is clear. So anyways, that was the biggest thing. And it started to disappear within about 7 days, like the top layer, and then after that it took about 3 weeks to a month and everything just totally cleared up on my skin. No traces of anything anywhere, which was amazing. So a bit of a backstory. I did an interview with Dave Mack, and on that channel I talked about my skin issues and the comings and goings of it, and going to a dermatologist and not getting any answers from her. She couldn't tell me. She just shrugged her shoulders and said, "Don't know where it comes from. Here's a prescription for steroid creams." So I took it reluctantly because it was infected, so I needed to get it under control. But then I stopped after, I think it was 7 days or something like that, 10 days maybe max. But I knew there had to be an answer, and I always thought it has to be food related, and it was. I just didn't know until about 8 years or 10 years later. Well, maybe 8. I think my last bout before this one a couple of years ago was in 2016, and I did eliminate some things on my diet, which did help. But then in, I think it was 2020, I went vegan. And I was vegan for, I think, almost 2 years or a year and a half or something like that. And it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. So, and I was juicing a lot. And I was following the medical medium and doing all kinds of juicing, especially celery. And when I came to Carnivore, I found out through a video with Sally K. Norton about oxalates. So I didn't know what that was. I just assumed it was maybe a nickel allergy or histamine, something like that. But anyways, once I discovered oxalates, I realized all the vegetables I was eating was creating havoc in my body. And if your body can't digest all that kind of stuff, it comes through your skin. All the toxins come through your skin in forms of rash or whatever. So if you do suffer from eczema, psoriasis, dermatitis, anything like that, I would really urge you to do some research on Carnivore and try it for 30 days just to get your body started with eliminating all that stuff out of you. And search out Sally K. Norton on YouTube, and it'll just bring you, I think, to a bunch of experts and influencers on YouTube that are doing Carnivore and that have done it for 15, 20, 25 years or even more. There's a couple of people that I've followed that have done it for their entire life, so like 50, 60 years, and it's pretty incredible. But anyways, yeah, so that's a start right there. But I think I'm still drinking coffee, so I'm not a lot, but I think that is maybe one of the contributors to another issue that I've had for many years, since 2014, 15, I think it was. I went to see a urologist and had a skin biopsy done down in my lower region, and it came back as lichen sclerosis. So that's L-I-C-H-E-N, sclerosis, and it's very irritating and very itchy, and nothing has seemed to touch it. I've had so many other benefits from Carnivore, but that's one that's not hitting it, so I have a feeling it might be the coffee, because it is a plant. So I think starting June 1st, I am going to cut out the coffee and do that for 30 days and just see what happens in that respect, because it is not nice. If anyone out there can relate to that, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, anyways, my sleep is better, it's deeper. My skin has totally cleared from top to bottom. The heels on my feet aren't cracked and rough anymore. My skin, it's really soft, and it used to be super oily. Even my eyelids, like I could wipe with a Kleenex because they were so greasy all the time, and the T-zone would be super greasy, and I don't have that anymore. And you know, I just realized that when I went to get passport pictures done. This is the first time I didn't have to be like doused with powder on my face, because you can't have shine on your pictures. So yeah, I just discovered that like a few weeks ago, and I thought that was pretty interesting. What else? My teeth down in here used to be totally brown in between, like dark brown, and that's all gone. So, and I haven't been to the dentist for that. That's just from eating meat and not eating carbs, because I think the carbs creates a lot of plaque on the teeth as well. A lot of inflammation is gone, because I used to have bad pains in just over the top of my shoulder into the back and then into the shoulder blades. It was so debilitating. It would ache so bad. I'd have to use massager on there every day, multiple times a day, or ice it, and all that's gone. Turning my head, that's another thing. I think as we get older, our muscles get tightened in the neck and the shoulders. So that's another thing I noticed. I can turn my head without too much effort now, which is great, because when you're backing up, it's a hard thing to do. My nails are stronger, my hair is growing a lot. What else? My breathing. I can breathe almost all the time through my nose now instead of my mouth. Yeah, the hunger in between meals is not there. I can go for hours and hours and hours before I have to eat, which is crazy, because before I could go 3 hours and then I'd be having this like peckish feeling. I think I'm gonna faint. It used to be really bad a few years ago when I was coming off of work cleaning houses, and I'd stop by the grocery store to pick up stuff, and it would usually be around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 2:33, and when I was walking through the store, I'd feel so faint. So I'd hurry up and get to the till, and I'd land up buying myself one of those little packages of the sesame snaps. It's just like sesame seeds in honey that's been hardened. So I'd eat them real quick and I'd be okay again. But that's the sugar crashes and the spikes and the crashes, So I don't have that anymore. And the constant thinking about food is really toned down to nothing, so that food noise is pretty much gone. But yeah, anyways, so that's just some of the things that has benefited me on Carnivore. Feeling a lot more relaxed when stuff happens, and yeah, I'll have to make a big list and then read it off one day, and I'm thinking some of you can relate to that. So I'd love to hear your story if you have anything. So anyways, I got to get going to work. So have a great day, and consider subscribing to my channel and sharing it. with somebody that might need to hear this. And give the video a like, and we'll see you in the next video.